Watership Down has bred many extraordinarily good horses. I suppose the most important is Daremi. We were very lucky to buy her dam Durara in 1994 off the Aga Khan. And Daremi was just the most fantastic race mare. And probably her greatest moment was we took her out to Dubai and she won the Shima Classic in Dubai, which was an extraordinary moment. And has then gone on to become this incredible broodmare in that she's bred Semi-Dar and Largy Dar, but most importantly, she's bred Two Darn Hot. And the other filly that we bred here, who was an extraordinarily good racehorse, was the Fugue. She was utterly brilliant on her day, and definitely her most important moment on the racetrack was when she won the Prince of Wales. She beat the course record by about 2 seconds, and no horse has come anywhere near it since. When we first started Watership Down Stud, there had never been a stud here before, and Andrew Lloyd Webber has owned the estate here for coming on 50 years, and there was a beautiful park. Had never had horses on it before, and so we turned the parkland into studland. And more recently, we've taken over another farm, which was the old dairy farm, been down to grass for about 150 years. So that is now being developed as well. We have fantastic facilities here. We have a fantastic staff here. We're just very lucky, and we have some great clients. We've always had people boarding horses with us. When we had Two Darn Hot, and when he was on the racetrack, and when it came to where he was going to stand at stud, Andrew was absolutely determined he was going to stand in England, and he was not going to stand abroad. And ultimately, that is what happened, and we ended up standing him at Darley and have retained 50% in him. The reason why we ended up racing at Two Darn Hot ourselves, because we sell all our colts and we retain fillies to race, but he could not be sold because he had an X-ray issue as a very young foal, which didn't resolve itself. So we never had an option to put him through the ring. We therefore had to race him, and we were incredibly fortunate that we kept him and raced him, and the rest of the story everybody knows.
And Two Darn Hot looking a very special 2-year-old and wins easily.
I think it's, when a horse goes to stud, when a first season sire goes to stud, there are the various markers that one looks for to see how and what the chances are that they're going to be successful. And I think that Two Darn Hot literally hit every single marker. I mean, he was a champion 2-year-old, he was champion 3-year-old, he was out of a Group 1 winner. He was a beautiful looking horse by Dubawi, who's a sire of sires. Everything really pointed to the fact that he would be successful. Now, that is not to say that always works, but the way he's started is extremely exciting. And, he's had winners all over the world. And this year alone, he's had 3 Group 1 winners, which is pretty remarkable for any stallion. What he's doing in Australia is quite remarkable. He was champion first season sire in Australia, but in the Northern Hemisphere, it's just incredible what he's doing. He's had stakes winners in all these different countries all over the world, and he's had very few runners in Japan, for instance, but and he's got very few horses in Japan, but he's had 2 runners over there this year so far, 2-year-old runners, and they both won. So that's just an example of globally he is, and in America his horses are winning there and winning stakes races there. But here at home, he's done something which not very many horses do, in that he's had more individual 2-year-old winners in his second season already than he had in his first season. So there's a lot to look forward to next year. Britain has historically been an extremely good place to breed and rear racehorses. We have clients from America, Japan, Australia, who all board horses on the stud. I think one thing about racing and breeding in Britain that is is really important is the patronage we've had for many, many years from the late Queen, and the patronage now from the King and Queen. I think their involvement in rearing horses in Britain and racing horses in Britain cannot be underestimated.